One of the things we've learned to pay special attention to over the last few years is when the American Republican Party says this is what the left is going to do, we should look really carefully at whether what they mean is we're actually already doing this. And when it comes to voter fraud, we've increasingly learned that all of the fear mongering and all of the allegations about what Democrats and the left are going to do was actually stuff that almost exclusively it was Republicans doing. People voting twice, people voting in the names of dead people, all of these different things. We see endless instances on the right. And Donald Trump's former chief of staff, Mark Meadows, is now really caught in the crosshairs. I recently told you guys that Meadows is under investigation for, was he registered to vote where he actually lived? There's some really fishy stuff going on. And the latest news is that Mark Meadows has indeed now been removed from the North Carolina voter rolls in the middle of this investigation. Axios reporting, former White House chief of staff Mark Meadows was removed from North Carolina's voter roll Monday. Why it matters. The move comes amid an investigation into Meadows for alleged voter fraud related to his voter registration. The probe followed reports which revealed that Meadows registered to vote in North Carolina in September 2020 using an address he allegedly never visited. State of play. Meadows was removed from the North Carolina voter roll after documentation indicated, he lived in Virginia and last voted in the 2021 election there. No formal challenge has been received by the Macon County Board of Elections. The last election he voted in Macon County was 2020. Under state law, if a North Carolina voter exercises the right of a citizen by voting in an election in another state, the person is considered to have lost their North Carolina residence. Now, there's two issues here. Remember, Republicans kept talking about people registered to vote in two places. That's not against the law as long as you don't vote in two places. It's very common that somebody lives in one place and you register, and then you move somewhere else and you register there. You're not automatically removed from the registration at the old place. You're registered in two places. I believe Tiffany Trump, Trump's daughter, had this going on. As long as you don't vote twice, it's okay. You haven't actually done anything wrong. The next part with the Mark Meadows investigation is the address where he was supposedly registered to vote, or where he was registered to vote, where he supposedly lived, was not a place he had allegedly even been to. If I recall correctly, it was a trailer of some kind, and the circumstances are all extraordinarily bizarre. Now, it shouldn't come like as a complete and total shock to us that this is really common, but also remember that Donald Trump multiple times talked about you should try voting twice. All of this vote by mail thing, it's so complicated that maybe you should try voting twice. Here's just one time that Donald Trump said this. Mark Meadows was Trump's chief of staff at this time.
Sign your mail-in ballot, okay? You sign it.
Right.
And send it in, and then you have to follow it. And if on election day or early voting, that is not tabulated and counted, you go vote. And then if for some reason after that, it shouldn't take that long, it comes in, they're not going to be able to tabulate it because you will have voted. But you have to make sure your vote counts, because the only way they're going to beat us is by doing that kind of stuff.
So Trump said, even if you submit a mail-in vote, you should still go and try to vote again, because if they don't receive it, but what he's saying is try to vote twice. Try to vote twice. And of course, it all is predicated on the idea that the mail-in votes are going to just end up some kind of netherworld, some kind of election purgatory of sorts. But remember, they never actually cared about voter fraud. They never really cared about it. They care about what are the ways in which they can weaponize confusion and misinformation to help themselves win. They want to use voter fraud as an issue to make it harder to vote. And that includes closing polling places, reducing early voting hours, reducing vote by mail, doing all of the things that make it harder to vote strategically, only in certain places. Notice that they don't really care about this in California. They don't care about this in Massachusetts. They don't care about this in Connecticut. They care about it in places where they can think to themselves, okay, let's evaluate the electorate and evaluate policy. And if it's a state that could be close, let's see what kind of disinformation we can push or what kind of laws we could seek to have changed that would maybe give us a little bit of an edge, or at least give us the opportunity to later challenge it. That's another part of it, because sometimes we hear, oh, well, it's not clear that closing polling places in Michigan would help them, in the sense that you might close polling places in Michigan and it makes it harder for Democrats and Republicans to vote. Okay, maybe. First of all, typically they argue for polling places to be closed in urban areas that have more Democratic voters. They'll say, there's too many polling places. We don't need this many polling places. So that makes it harder for Democratic leaning areas to vote. But the other part of it is they just want to create a pretext to then later challenge votes. And making changes to where and when and how you can vote creates a pretext that then you can use to say, things didn't go right, we're filing a lawsuit or we're filing a complaint of some kind. What else did we have? I mean, these are really the main things. And as always, if they keep saying the left is going to do this, it probably means they're already doing it. One of our sponsors is called Privacy. Privacy is a totally free service that I've been using for years. Privacy lets me create virtual payment cards with one click, and when I use the virtual card, the money is taken out of my bank account. You can create multiple cards, delete them, freeze them, set a spending limit on them. Let's say I'm signing up for a free trial and it requires a credit card. Privacy will autofill a virtual card number, and then after signing up, I can delete that virtual card. So I know I'm not going to be charged again. Something really useful and very practical. Or let's say I'm ordering food over the phone, but I left my wallet somewhere. I don't have my real credit card on me. I can use a virtual card on my Privacy mobile app. But really the best part is you're not out there exposing your real credit card number, so you're not as susceptible to data breaches and identity theft. Privacy is a totally free service, and you'll get $5 to spend when you go to privacy.com/Pacman. The link is right underneath this video.